Hello everybody, welcome back. This is my second video, not on the Celtics and it's not on the Red Sox. I know, it's about time, but it's hard to do something on the Patriots and the Red Sox this time. I mean, the Patriots and the Bruins this time of year. But, Tom Brady's appeal, Second Circuit, denied. He is going to be out for the first 4 games of the season, barring something crazy. It is possible, but I'm not an attorney, so I can't tell you how he can still get out of this. I can just tell you that I've heard that he can still get out of this. But I'm not mad. I actually don't even care. I'm happy. I'm not happy for Tom Brady because if he's innocent like he says, it sucks. But if he's not, he's a little conniver and he deserves this. Don't tell me he's innocent and don't tell me he's guilty because you don't know. I read the report. You probably didn't. Everyone out there has read the report that matters. There's nothing that you can read that says Tom Brady's innocent or guilty. The only thing that matters is I can't quote it, paraphrase. They said in the report Tom Brady more than likely probably knew about what happened. Didn't say that he did it, so in that sense, if he probably knew about it but didn't do it, why is he getting suspended? But anyways, you can't tell me he did it or didn't do it. You have no evidence. You're either a Patriots fan saying he didn't do it, or you're an anti-Patriot and you said that he did do it because you hate Tom Brady. So with that being said, how does this affect the Patriots other than just missing Tom Brady? Look at it like this. We are now in an auction. This is a car dealership. They just brought in the new 2016 something, and people are trying to test drive it, and that car is Jimmy Garoppolo. This is a league where there are 9 teams with quarterbacks for the future. I'm guessing, roughly. Maybe 10 or 11 or 12, actually. But then there's the bottom teams who have no quarterback. They drafted some guys, but they don't know is that the guy or not, who would honestly give up their house and their wife for a quarterback who can throw 2 touchdowns to an interception and complete 55% of their passes in 4 preseason games. Yeah, that's where we're at in this league. There are general managers that would do that. And they will. They will. They'll see Jimmy G like they saw him in the preseason last year. He's on the radar for sure. He's on teams' radars. But now it's a full-on bid. And the only thing that can rise that price for him, trade value, I should say, that can bring up the trade value or lower the trade value is his performance in these 4 games. Now you have the Arizona Cardinals in the first game. There's no way the Pats win that game. If the Pats win that game, the Arizona Cardinals need to look at themselves and just say, look, we are not ready to win a title. Like, after the performance they had last year in the playoffs, they aren't ready. But if they lose to the Patriots without Tom Brady on opening night or the opening Sunday night, prime time in Arizona with Jimmy G as quarterback, they got to look at themselves. They really got to look at themselves. But I don't see that happening. It's not about winning games for Jimmy G. They could go 0-4 and some stupid GM will say he's the next quarterback for our team. So, and that's not me saying that Jimmy G can't be that guy, but that's just, look at Brock Osweiler, man. He won 5 or 6 games with the best defense arguably in NFL history, and somehow he gets a $100 million deal with like $50 million guaranteed from the Texans. I thought their coaching staff was smarter than that. I really did. Anyways, beside the point. It's all about what he does. If he performs very well, which is all we can hope for as Pats fans. If you're the Patriots and you're Bill Belichick, you are gonna try to trade him. Why? Why are you gonna try to trade him? We spent a 2nd round pick on him. Why would you do that? Because they can deny it all they want. They spent a 2nd round pick on him. Because at the time that we were drafting him, for some reason, everybody was buzzing about Tom Brady being done. 2 years later, 2 MVP season, caliber seasons later, a Super Bowl later, Tom Brady's still here, just signed an extension. He's still the best quarterback in the NFL, and if you don't believe it, I got so many stats, and he's got a couple rings, one recently, that can prove that. He's not going anywhere. So you spent a 2nd round pick on a quarterback that you did expect to be the starter. Don't lie and say, nah, they didn't. Like, that's not true. You don't spend a 2nd round pick on a quarterback who lit it up in college as well as he did, to not be the starter. So why is it important that they get something for him before he hits free agency? This year he's hitting free agency. Because it's important because we've got nothing from him, I should say. Now, Wes Welker, you're saying, well, we let Wes Welker go, because a lot of you guys are probably still butthurt about that. We lowballed him. It wasn't him. He's not the guy that left. We betrayed him. Anyways, it's not a normal free agency for a player of the Patriots, because these players like Wes Welker, we got something from him. We got one of the best slot receivers. We've spent a second-round pick on him and got nothing but a backup, which is probably good when you think about it, because that means Tom Brady's still the quarterback. But if you let him walk away in free agency, you get nothing for him. That's purely a wasted second-round pick. And that's a big pick. Second-round picks are very valuable. I don't know the success rate for a second-round pick, but it's high. I mean, that's a real pick. That could potentially be a stud. Now, you don't want to. If you're the Patriots, you don't waste that. And if you're Bill Belichick, you damn sure don't waste that. And he won't. Lawyer Malloy, Logan Mankins, and Richard Seymour. Now, these players weren't necessarily pending free agents. They were great players at their time, still very good players, who were either about to be on free agency or they were going to decline and they didn't want to have them on their cap space when they were a crappy player. So they got rid of them. It sucked because you had good players. They were still good players, and you got rid of them. But that's just Bill Belichick thinking ahead. He sets up for the future, and while winning now. When you have a Tom Brady as quarterback right now, you can afford to get rid of these players and still contend for a title. Now, looking at it like that, why get nothing for him when you could trade him? Because there are so many GMs out there that would love a quarterback like Jimmy G. Why would they? This was what these stupid GMs love. They love a quarterback that is unproven because they don't suck yet. Now, Jimmy G could be a great quarterback. I'm not saying he won't be. But these stupid GMs are like, okay, this quarterback hasn't won any games in the NFL. But they haven't lost any games. No interceptions because they haven't thrown a pass in a regular season game. They haven't thrown an interception. No touchdowns. Oh, that sucks. No touchdowns. But no interceptions. No interceptions. How many wins? 0. They haven't started any games. But they don't have any losses. See, that's what these stupid GMs like. Like a quarterback that they just don't know about because somehow they believe that they're going to get the next Tom Brady. That happens 1 in every billion picks, okay, guys? Ugh, it's so annoying. But hey, someone's going to give him $50 million next year because he performed well in the preseason last year. That's literally how it's going to work. But think about it like this. I can't even imagine the trade offers that the Patriots will get if Jimmy G wins 3 or 4. Or none. Hell, if they don't win any games with Jimmy G at the quarterback position in the first 4 games, but he completes 65% of his passes, has a 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, and averages 220 yards passing a game. Brock Osweiler, he's gonna get a first-round pick for a trade offer. They're gonna get something in return for him, and that's all it's about. With Jimmy G, we don't know what the Pats can get from him. The Pats don't know either. It's all based on how he performs. If he does well, they get something for him. If he doesn't, he's more than likely not going to walk away because he's not going to get that starting gig anywhere else, and he's going to stay and be your backup, and still, to me, that's a wasted pick. But if he does well, trade value goes up. You're going to trade him now because you know he's walking away. If he does well on these 4 games, you know he's going to walk away. You trade him now. What do we get for him? Who knows? Who knows what the Pats get for him? Who knows if they trade him? We'll see. I can't tell you. But all I know is I'm going to be watching the preseason. I'm going to be watching these 4 games. And then after that, when Tom Brady comes back, and then hopefully we trade Jimmy Garoppolo because we've got nothing for him so far. Have a great day, everybody.